Hey everyone, and welcome to today's market roundup for June 14th. We've got quite a mix today, from ITC's complete acquisition of Sresta Natural Bioproducts to NTPC powering up with a new thermal unit, and Diamond Power securing new orders, and even a US FDA inspection update for Sun Pharma. Let's dive into what's making companies newsworthy today.
Absolutely. It's a busy day, and we'll be covering a range of sectors. We'll be looking at major deals, new orders, and even some regulatory updates that could impact stock performance. Let's jump right in.
First up, we have Gensol Engineering Ltd and Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Ltd. What's happening here? Leans in.
Well, it seems like IREDA has filed an insolvency application against Gensol EV Lease Ltd, a subsidiary of Gensol Engineering, for a default of about 219 crore rupees. Plus, IREDA also filed an application against Gensol Engineering itself for a whopping 510 crore rupees default.
Wow, that's a significant amount. So essentially, Gensol is facing some serious financial challenges, right? What does this mean for potential investors?
It means they need to tread carefully, actually. The insolvency proceedings could significantly impact the stock's performance. Disclaimer, we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions.
Okay, moving on. Next we have NTPC. Seems like they've got some good news.
Yes, NTPC's Unit 3 of the North Karanpura Super Thermal Power Project has commenced commercial operations. This 660 megawatt unit is effective from June 15, 2025. Also, they're issuing unsecured non-convertible debentures of 4,000 crore rupees.
A new unit and raising funds. Sounds like expansion is on their mind. What's the coupon rate on those debentures?
It's 6.89% per annum for a tenor of 10 years and 1 day. They're planning to use the funds for capital expenditure and refinancing existing loans. It's like they're consolidating their position in the energy sector.
So NTPC is expanding, and that could be a positive sign. What's next?
Next up is Zota Health Care Ltd. They've acquired additional equity shares in Davaindia Health Mart Ltd.
Davaindia Health Mart. Remind me what they do.
They operate a retail generic pharmacy chain. Zota acquired over 118,000 shares through a rights issue for about 492 million rupees. It basically strengthens Zota's hold on its subsidiary.
Okay, so Zota is doubling down on its pharmacy business. Let's see what else is on the list. Oh, ITC Ltd.
Ah, yes. ITC has acquired the entire share capital of Sresta Natural Bioproducts, making it a wholly owned subsidiary.
Sresta? Isn't that the organic food company?
Exactly. The upfront consideration was 400 crore rupees, with a possible additional 72.5 crore rupees over 24 months. It's a strategic move to boost ITC's presence in the organic segment.
That makes sense, given the growing demand for organic products. Now, let's talk about Arkade Developers Ltd.
They've acquired a 6.28-acre land parcel in Thane for about 172 crore rupees. They're planning a mixed-use project with a gross development value of 2,000 crore rupees.
That's a pretty big project. What will it include?
It'll have 2, 3, and 4 BHK residences, retail, and commercial spaces. Smiles. The project is scheduled to launch in early 2026. This acquisition could significantly boost Arkade's portfolio in the Mumbai metropolitan region.
So, expansion is definitely on the cards for them. What about Diamond Power Infrastructure Ltd?
They've secured new orders totaling 116.71 crore rupees. These orders are for battery energy storage systems, smart metering, and a highway project.
Diversified orders? That's always a good sign, right?
Right? Their outstanding order book now stands at 1,554.08 crore rupees, with execution planned until March 2026. It shows they've got a steady stream of projects lined up.
Okay, let's circle back to Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Ltd. We discussed their case against Gensol, but is there anything else going on with them?
Yes, they received stock exchange approval for allotment of equity shares. They allotted over 12 crore shares to qualified institutional buyers at 165.14 rupees per share. Their paid-up equity share capital has increased to over 28,000 crore rupees.
So, despite the Gensol issue, they're still attracting investment. It's kind of a mixed bag for them. What about SINGEN International Limited?
They received an establishment inspection report from the US FDA with a voluntary action indicated outcome.
Voluntary action indicated. Is that good?
It means the US FDA found some issues, but they've accepted SINGEN's responses and corrective plans. On the bright side, their good clinical practices inspection had no action indicated.
So, it's a bit of a mixed signal from the FDA. How about NATCO Pharma Limited?
They concluded a US FDA inspection at their API manufacturing plant and received one procedural observation in Form 4A3.
Just one observation? Sounds relatively minor.
Yeah, NATCO Pharma believes it's procedural and can be addressed comprehensively. It's not ideal, but it doesn't seem like a major setback.
Let's move on to Sun Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. I saw something about a US FDA inspection.
Yes, the US FDA concluded a GMP inspection of Sun Pharma's Halol facility and issued a Form 483 with 8 observations.
8 observations. Oh, that sounds more serious than NATCO.
It is. It means the FDA found several areas needing improvement. It could potentially impact their operations at that facility, but let's see how they respond. Now, let's give the audience an easy way to subscribe, like, and share the YouTube channel.
Good idea. For all of you watching and listening, if you're finding this content useful, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. We really appreciate it. Okay, back to our list. Armans Global Securities Limited is next.
Their subsidiary secured a 14.2 crore rupee order from UPEIDA for project development and DPR consultancy for the Vindhya Expressway.
An expressway project? Huh? That's significant.
Yes, it involves feasibility studies, DPR preparation, and bid process management. The execution is expected within 10 months. It could be a nice boost to their revenue.
Okay, let's talk about Authum Investment and Infrastructure Limited.
They acquired a 3.43% stake in OneSource Specialty Pharma Ltd.
OneSource Specialty Pharma. What do they do?
They're a pharmaceutical company.
Authum purchased over 3.9 million shares. It's a relatively small stake, but it shows they're interested in the pharma sector. So, a strategic investment for them. What's next on our list?
Birla Corporation Limited. They've been declared the preferred bidder for a limestone block in Rajasthan.
Limestone block? What will they use that for?
Cement production, most likely. Their winning bid was 20.60% of the final price offer. It secures their access to raw materials for their cement business.
Makes sense. Securing resources is crucial. How about EPAC Durable Limited?
They received the Best Overall Product Award from the Global Leap Awards for their Slim TMD induction cooktop.
An award for a cooktop? That's interesting.
Yeah, it was acknowledged for its technical performance, user experience, and affordability. It's good recognition for their product innovation.
Agreed. Now let's move to IOL Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals Limited.
They achieved REAC registration for their acetic anhydride product.
REACH registration? What does that mean?
It means they can now export acetic anhydride to all EU countries. It opens up the European market for them, giving them a chance to increase their exports.
Okay, finally, Ratna Wires Limited. What's their story?
They commenced commercial production at their new manufacturing facility in Bhiwadi, Rajasthan. This expansion should increase their production capacity.
So they're scaling up their operations. Okay, that wraps up our list for today. A lot of interesting developments across various sectors.
Absolutely. From insolvency proceedings to new acquisitions, expansions, and regulatory updates, there's a lot for investors to keep an eye on. Keep following the news cycle to see how these developments play out.
Definitely. And remember, always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Disclaimer: we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with another update.